Everything you have ever experienced, every success you have achieved, every dream that has come true, all of it began in your mind. The mind is the architect of your reality. Before anything materializes in the physical world, it is first created in the invisible space of thought. Your thoughts are the blueprint, your emotions are the energy, and your actions are the bridge that connects the unseen to the seen. This is where manifestation begins, not in effort, not in struggle, but in awareness. Take a moment to notice the patterns of your thinking. The same thoughts that repeat every single day form the foundation of who you are. You wake up, and before your feet even touch the ground, your mind is already rehearsing the same emotions of yesterday. You think about your challenges, your doubts, your to-do lists, your fears. You relive the same memories, you anticipate the same problems, and you unconsciously create the same results. Your body becomes so familiar with these emotions that it begins to crave them because your thoughts and your feelings have formed a loop, a program running automatically beneath your awareness. But the moment you become conscious of this cycle, something extraordinary happens. You realize that you are not the thought, you are the awareness behind it. You are not the emotion, you are the consciousness that experiences it. This realization is the first spark of transformation. It's the moment you take your power back from the old self that has been unconsciously shaping your world. When you start to think differently, you begin to signal new possibilities to the universe. The energy you radiate shifts. The frequency of your being changes. The universe doesn't respond to what you say you want, it responds to what you feel you already are. If your mind is filled with thoughts of limitation, fear, or lack, your reality will mirror that back to you. But if your thoughts are aligned with gratitude, possibility, and abundance, then life will begin to reflect that higher vibration. Think of your mind as fertile soil. Whatever seeds you plant, whether they are seeds of doubt or seeds of faith, will grow. The mind does not question whether something is good or bad. It simply gives form to whatever is repeatedly imagined. So, what are you planting every day? What stories are you rehearsing in your mind? Are they empowering you or keeping you bound to the same version of yourself? To change your life, you must first change the stories you tell yourself. You must interrupt the mental programs that keep you living in the past. Every thought sends a signal to your body. Every emotion reinforces that signal. When you constantly think about your problems, you instruct your body to live in survival. Your brain releases the same chemicals of stress. Your heart beats faster, your breathing shortens, and your body learns to exist in a constant state of reaction. Over time, you become addicted to these familiar emotions. You say you want change, but your body only knows how to feel what it has felt for years. That's why transformation begins with awareness the moment you observe your own thoughts without judgment. When you witness your mental chatter, you begin to see how powerful it truly is. Every thought carries an energetic signature. Every image in your mind is sending out a frequency. And the energy you send out is the same energy that returns to you in the form of experiences. This is not philosophy, this is energetic law. When you start imagining a new reality, your brain doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. It begins to rewire itself as if that reality already exists. New neural connections form, old patterns dissolve, and the brain literally begins to change its structure. You start to think in alignment with your vision. You start to feel emotions that match that new future. And slowly, you begin to embody a new energy and energy that attracts new outcomes. Everything begins in the mind because the mind is the source of creation. Every image you hold with emotion, every belief you repeat with conviction begins to shape the field of possibility around you. You are constantly communicating with the quantum field through your thoughts and emotions. When you believe in limitation, you are sending out a message of contraction. When you believe in abundance, you are sending out a message of expansion. The universe mirrors what you hold within. So ask yourself, what are you broadcasting right now? Is your mental frequency aligned with what you desire or with what you fear? If your thoughts are constantly rooted in the past, you cannot create a new future. The energy of creation only exists in the present moment. The mind wants to analyze, compare, and predict, but true manifestation begins when you rise above the noise of the intellect and step into awareness. When your thoughts become conscious, when you choose them deliberately instead of letting them run automatically, you begin to take command of your energy. And in that moment, you stop being a victim of circumstance. You stop waiting for the outside world to change, you stop reacting to life, and you begin creating it from the inside out. You start realizing that your imagination is not a place to escape reality, it's a tool to design it. You begin to understand that the life you desire is already available to you the moment you align your mind with it. Everything starts from within because everything begins in the mind. Thoughts are powerful, but thoughts alone are not enough to shape reality. They are like the spark that ignites a flame. They begin the process, but it is emotion that fuels it into existence. Every thought you think sends an electrical signal out into the universe, but emotion is what draws the experience back to you. When your thoughts and emotions are aligned, they form a coherent message that the universe understands clearly. Emotion is the language of creation, the vibration that communicates your desires to the field of infinite possibilities. You cannot think your way into a new life while feeling the same old emotions of fear, doubt, or unworthiness. You cannot imagine abundance while feeling poor or dream of love while feeling lonely. The feeling must come first because the emotion is the evidence that you are already connected to that future reality. The moment you begin to feel what you desire, you send a magnetic signal to the universe, and the universe begins to respond in ways that match that vibration. This is how energy works. You do not attract what you think you want, you attract what you feel you already have. Every emotion you experience is an energetic frequency. Gratitude vibrates at a higher level than resentment. Joy radiates differently than sadness. Love carries an entirely different frequency than fear. When your heart is open and filled with elevated emotions, your energy expands beyond your body. You become a transmitter of powerful signals, broadcasting into the field of possibility. In that state, the mind and body work together, the heart and brain synchronize, and your energy becomes magnetic. When people try to manifest without emotion, they are sending out mixed signals. They might be thinking positive thoughts, saying affirmations, or visualizing success, but if deep down they feel lack, doubt, or frustration, their vibration remains inconsistent. The universe listens to what you feel, not just what you say. Your emotions are the true command. They are the bridge between the mind's vision and the physical manifestation. The more you practice feeling your desired future before it arrives, the more familiar your body becomes with that state of being. Your nervous system learns what it feels like to already live that reality, and your body begins to believe it's true. This is the essence of creation teaching. Your body emotionally, what your mind knows intellectually. It is not about forcing the outcome, it is about embodying the frequency of that outcome right now. If you want to manifest love, feel love for yourself first. If you want to attract abundance, feel gratitude and freedom as though it is already yours. If you want healing, feel the wholeness before your body physically changes. This emotional rehearsal imprints a new energy pattern into your field. You start to move from a state of wanting to a state of having, and from that state of being, your external world begins to reorganize itself around your inner reality. Emotion is also the catalyst that rewires your brain. Every time you combine a thought with a strong emotion, your brain records that combination as an experience. It doesn't know the difference between a memory and an imagined event. When you vividly imagine a future and feel it as real, your brain begins to create new neural networks that reflect that reality. It starts to map a new pattern that aligns with your desired future. Over time, this practice changes your state of being, your thoughts, emotions, and actions begin to reflect the energy of your goal. The challenge for most people is that they wait for something outside to make them feel good inside. They wait for success to feel confident, for love to feel worthy, for abundance to feel secure. But waiting keeps them in a state of lack. sending a message of separation to the universe. Emotion must come before the manifestation, not after. You must feel the emotion of your desired future while it still seems invisible, while there is no evidence of it yet. That is the act of faith. And faith is the foundation of creation. When you master your emotions, you master your reality. You are no longer at the mercy of external circumstances because you understand that emotion is the tool of transformation. You begin to choose your emotions consciously rather than react to the old familiar ones. You learn to cultivate gratitude for what is coming, joy for what you are becoming, and love for what already exists within you. The more elevated your emotions, the higher your vibration. The higher your vibration, the more powerful your creative energy becomes. And the more powerful your energy, the faster your outer world begins to reflect the frequency of your inner world. Everything in the universe vibrates at a specific frequency. From the tiniest atom to the most distant galaxy, everything is made of energy in constant motion. You are no exception. Your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs all emit vibrations that interact with the field around you. You are like a transmitter, constantly broadcasting signals into the universe, and those signals attract experiences that match your energetic frequency. This is why you cannot attract what you want if your vibration does not align with it. You do not get what you desire, you get what you are in harmony with. Becoming a pawn be desire, vibrational match to what you seek is the secret to manifestation. Imagine tuning a radio to find your favorite station. You cannot hear the music until you set the dial to the exact frequency it is being broadcast on. The station is always there, but if you are on a different frequency, you receive static. The same principle applies to your reality. The frequency of love, success, abundance, or healing is already present in the field, but if your vibration is tuned to fear, doubt, or lack, you cannot perceive or receive it. You must raise your vibration to match the energy of the reality you want to experience. Your vibration is shaped by your emotions, thoughts, and energy. When you live in gratitude, you naturally elevate your vibration. Gratitude tells the universe that you already have enough, that you already are enough, and that you are open to receiving more. When you practice joy, you attract situations that generate even more joy. When you live in trust and peace, your energy becomes magnetic to harmony and flow. But when you remain trapped in resentment, anger, or fear, your frequency becomes heavy and you continue to draw experiences that reflect those lower emotions. To become a vibrational match for your desired future, you must first identify the emotions that belong to that future. Ask yourself how the version of you who has already achieved the goal feels every day. If your desire is abundance, that version of you feels secure, grateful, and free. If your desire is love, that version of you feels whole, cherished, and at peace. If your desire is health, that version of you feels strong, vital, and calm. Once you identify those emotions, begin to practice them daily. Let your body experience them now, before anything has changed outside of you. This emotional alignment trains your nervous system to recognize and sustain the frequency of your future reality. Over time, your energy begins to resonate with it naturally. You are no longer sending out signals of wanting or needing. Instead, you are broadcasting the energy of having and being. The field responds to this shift, and life begins to mirror your new vibration back to you through synchronicities, opportunities, and unexpected encounters. Becoming a vibrational match requires consistency and awareness. It is not something that happens by chance, it happens by deliberate choice. Each time you notice yourself slipping into old emotional patterns, you have an opportunity to recalibrate your energy. When fear whispers that your dream is impossible, you breathe, return to gratitude, and remind yourself that the frequency of your desire already exists. When doubt creeps in, you close your eyes and feel the energy of your desired reality as if it were unfolding in this very moment. The more you practice this, the more stable your frequency becomes. It's not about forcing yourself to feel positive all the time, it's about awareness and realignment. You become conscious of what you are radiating and take responsibility for your energy. You stop blaming the outside world for how you feel because you understand that the outer world is just a reflection of your inner vibration. This awareness is liberation. It gives you control over what you attract because you realize you are the source of your vibration, not the victim of your environment. Consistency is the bridge between energy and manifestation. Visiting the vibration of your desired future for a few moments each day is not enough. You must live there. You must breathe from that energy, speak from that confidence, and act from that alignment. When your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are all in coherence with your desired reality, your energy becomes a powerful magnet. The gap between your current self and your future self begins to close, and your external circumstances start to shift to match your internal state. Becoming a vibrational match is not about pretending or imagining, it is about embodying. It is the process of training your energy to reflect the frequency of your desired life. When you practice this alignment long enough, it becomes your natural state of being. You start to live as though your dream is already real, and that energy draws the experience into your life effortlessly. The present moment is the most powerful point of creation you will ever have. It is the doorway through which infinite possibilities flow. Yet most people live disconnected from it. Their minds are trapped in the memories of the past or the worries of the future. They spend their lives reliving what has already happened or anticipating what might happen, never realizing that both states pull them away from the only place where transformation can occur, the now. Manifestation does not happen in the past or the future, it happens in this eternal present, the space where consciousness meets energy. When you think about the past, your body relives the same emotions you once felt, the brain fires, the same neural patterns, the same chemicals are released, and your body re-experiences the same state of being. Your mind may believe you are remembering, but your body believes you are still living in that moment. The same is true when you worry about the future. Your body enters a state of fear or anxiety based on an imagined event that hasn't even occurred. This keeps your energy trapped in the timeline of survival, unable to create something new. You cannot access the creative frequency of the universe while your body is anchored in the emotional past or a fearful future. To manifest something new, you must enter the present moment fully. In the now, the mind quiets, the body relaxes, and energy begins to flow freely. The present is where you reconnect with your higher consciousness, the part of you that observes without judgment, that creates without effort, that knows without thinking. In that state, you move from reaction to creation. You stop being a product of your past and start becoming the designer of your future. The present moment liberates you from the known. It frees you from the repetitive patterns that have kept you bound to the same experiences and emotions for years. In the now, there is no stress, no regret, no fear. Those emotions only exist when the mind drifts away from presence. When you are truly here, aware of your breath, aware of the stillness behind your thoughts, you step into pure consciousness. This is the state where manifestation becomes effortless. Your heart opens, your energy expands, and your vibration rises. You begin to feel connected to something greater than yourself, a vast intelligence that is always guiding you. It is in that space of deep presence that new possibilities are born. Many people think they will feel peace once they get what they want. They believe happiness will come when circumstances change, when they achieve their goal, or when someone loves them. But peace and happiness are not found in outcomes. They are found in awareness. When you learn to access peace in the present moment, without needing anything external to change, you become a magnet for everything you desire. You no longer seek fulfillment, you embody it. The universe responds to that energy instantly because your vibration now matches the reality you want to create. The power of now lies in its neutrality. In this space, you are no longer defined by your past, and you are not limited by your expectations of the future. You are simply awareness, calm, clear, and creative. Every time you bring yourself back to the present, you shift from being a reactor to being a creator. Your energy field begins to stabilize. The chaos of scattered thoughts and emotions settles, and your intention becomes pure. In that clarity, Your thoughts carry more power because they are no longer diluted by doubt or distraction. The signal you send to the universe becomes coherent, and coherent energy creates powerful results. In the present, time dissolves. You are not rushing toward a future goal, you are embodying it now. You begin to understand that the feeling of having your desire is available to you in this very breath. The future you want to create already exists as potential energy. You simply align with it through presence. Every time you return to now, you merge with that potential. You stop chasing, you stop forcing, and you start allowing. The universe does not respond to effort, it responds to alignment. When you are fully here, your energy becomes aligned with the flow of life itself, and manifestation begins to unfold naturally. The present moment is also the bridge between your inner and outer worlds. When you focus entirely on now, your awareness deepens, and you begin to feel life more vividly. You start noticing subtle synchronicities, signs, and intuitive nudges that were always there but drowned out by mental noise. These moments are not coincidences, they are reflections of your alignment. They show that you are attuned to the rhythm of creation. The more you trust the now, the more these signs guide you toward your desired reality. Practicing presence is not about suppressing your thoughts or escaping your mind. It is about observing them without attachment. You watch the thoughts come and go like clouds passing through the sky, knowing that you are the vastness behind them. As you rest in that awareness, your energy becomes still and powerful. In that stillness, you can feel the energy of your desired future as if it already exists, and that feeling begins to attract it toward you. The now becomes the meeting point between what you imagine and what you experience. To live in the power of now is to live as the creator of your destiny. Every breath becomes an act of manifestation. Every moment becomes a chance to align with your higher energy, and every heartbeat becomes a reminder that the life you desire is not in the distance. It is unfolding in this very moment. The final stage of manifestation is not about waiting, hoping, or wishing. It is about being. It is about embodying the state of your desired future before it has physically appeared. This is where faith transforms into frequency, and energy begins to move in your favor. Living as if it's already done means stepping into the identity of the version of you who has already achieved what you desire. It means thinking as that person, feeling as that person, speaking, walking, and making choices as that person. It is not pretending, it is aligning. The universe responds not to effort, but to embodiment. When you live as if your desire is already a reality, you begin to broadcast a different signal to the field of possibility. Your energy shifts from longing to fulfillment, from needing to knowing. The vibration of wanting carries a message of lack. It says, I don't have it yet. But the vibration of being says, it's already mine. The universe reads that frequency and mirrors it back to you through experiences, people, and opportunities that align with your new identity. This is not a trick or a technique, it is the law of resonance. You attract what you are energetically attuned to. To live as if it's already done, you must first release the habit of waiting for external evidence. Many people believe they will feel happy, confident, or free after their manifestation arrives. They say, I'll be grateful when I get that job, or I'll feel worthy when I find love, or I'll feel abundant when I have more money. But this mindset delays the manifestation because it keeps your energy rooted in separation. You cannot receive what you are energetically disconnected from. The emotion must come first. When you choose to feel abundant before the money comes, to feel loved before the partner arrives, to feel successful before the opportunity appears, that is when you bridge the gap between the invisible and the visible. Living in this state requires awareness and trust. It asks you to stop looking for proof and start generating the feeling within. The external world is not the source of your emotion, it is the reflection of it. When you wake up each day and consciously enter the vibration of your future through gratitude, visualization, and intentional emotion, you begin to condition your body to a new reality. The body learns what it feels like to live that truth, and your energy field starts to stabilize around that vibration. You are no longer reacting to life, you are designing it. This state of being creates coherence between your mind and your body. Your thoughts align with your emotions, and your emotions align with your actions. You start to carry yourself differently. Your tone of voice changes, your posture changes, the way you make decisions changes. You begin to move through life with quiet confidence because you are no longer hoping for your future. You are living it energetically right now. Every action you take from that place carries the energy of your desired outcome. You might not see the full result immediately, but the frequency you hold determines the direction your life begins to move. When you live as if it's already done, you also learn to detach from outcomes. You stop chasing, forcing, or overthinking because you understand that your role is to align, not to control. The universe orchestrates the timing, the how, and the who. Your task is to sustain the vibration. The more relaxed and trusting you become, the faster things unfold, because resistance dissolves in the absence of fear. Detachment does not mean indifference, it means certainty. You are so certain that your desire is on its way that you no longer need to question it. You no longer check the soil to see if the seed has sprouted. You water it, nurture it, and allow it to grow in its own time. Living from this energy also transforms how you perceive challenges. Obstacles no longer feel like setbacks, they become feedback. When something doesn't go as expected, instead of falling into frustration, you stay anchored in your energy. You remind yourself that your manifestation is not determined by appearances, but by alignment. The outer world might appear unchanged, but the inner shift is already creating ripples in the unseen. You keep living, thinking, and feeling from your future self, and the reality around you begins to reorganize to reflect that identity. The moment you embody the energy of what you desire, you collapse the distance between you and that reality. The version of you who is abundant, confident, healthy, and loved already exists in the quantum field. Every time you act, think, and feel from that version, you are tuning into its frequency. Over time, your current identity merges with that energy, and the two realities become one. You start to meet people, receive ideas, and experience coincidences that guide you toward the physical manifestation. The external world always catches up with the internal world, but it begins with how you choose to be right now. Living as if it's already done is about embodying the truth that creation happens from the inside out. You don't wait for life to give you permission to feel worthy, peaceful, or fulfilled. You claim those emotions first, and life mirrors them back to you. When your energy carries the certainty of completion, when your emotions resonate with the feeling of already having what you want, the universe recognizes that signal instantly. It begins to match your vibration with corresponding experiences, because in the energetic world, there is no difference between imagination and reality. There is only frequency, and the one you live in determines the life you experience. The power to manifest anything you desire has always been within you. It is not a gift reserved for a few. It is the natural ability of every conscious human being to create their own reality. The key lies in your awareness, in understanding that your thoughts, emotions, and energy are constantly shaping the world around you. When you begin to master these inner tools, life stops happening to you and begins happening through you. Everything begins in the mind. The moment you decide to think differently, you start to change your energy. Every new thought opens the door to a new possibility. But thought alone is not enough. It is the emotion behind the thought that gives it life. When you begin to feel the reality you desire before it arrives, you start to communicate in the true language of creation. Emotion becomes the signal that connects your inner world to the outer world. As you continue to raise your vibration, you align with the frequency of the life you wish to experience. You stop chasing outcomes and start attracting them effortlessly. You become a vibrational match for abundance, love, peace, or success by embodying those feelings first. You start tuning your inner state the same way you would tune a radio. And when you find the right frequency, the music of your desired reality begins to play clearly. The present moment is the access point to this creative power. In the now, you are free from the weight of your past and the anxiety of your future. You are connected to pure potential, a space where you can design your life consciously. The more present you become, the more powerful your energy grows. In that stillness, you are no longer reacting to life, you are directing it. And finally, when you live as if your desire is already done, you merge with the energy of your future self. You begin to walk, talk, think, and feel like the version of you who already lives that reality. This embodiment sends a clear message to the universe. You are ready. You no longer wait for proof. You become the proof. The outer world simply adjusts itself to mirror your inner transformation. The secret to manifesting anything has never been about chasing, forcing, or controlling. It has always been about alignment, aligning your mind, your heart, and your energy with the frequency of what you desire. When you feel it first, when you believe it before it appears, when you live it before it manifests, you awaken the creative power within you that was always waiting to be remembered. That is the true art of manifestation, to think it, to feel it, to live it, and to become it.